This is my husband, Jared.
It's my wife, Jenny.
This is CherryPieCottage.
Episode 82.
What?
Ochenta dos.
No.
What is it? Is it...
Doesn't matter if that was the correct word or not. The way you pronounced it, no.
I can't remember if in Japanese if it's like 10-8-2 or 8-10-2. So would it be like Hachi-ju ni? Or Ju Hachi ni? I think it's Ju Hachi ni.
But wouldn't that be 18?
No, 10-8. No, I think 8-10 is...
8-10s.
18. 10-8.
I think 10-8 is 18.
I don't know. It's 82.
Now can we finish our intro?
Or for those of you in Montreal, 82.
What? Why? Y'all. This is what I live with. Y'all get a no makeup Jenny again, by the way. Because I didn't want to put makeup on. Sorry. Not sorry. I did do my hair though. So, update on the shampoo bar and conditioner bar from Royalty Soap, y'all. I've been using them for about 2 months now. It is fantastic. My hair has never been this soft and very little like effort on trying to get the curl right. So like the curl is great. So y'all should check her out. Not sponsored. I don't think we'll ever be sponsored by her, but
probably not.
Anyways, let's finish the intro. We live in Lubbock, Texas.
I wasn't even in the show notes.
I know. You weren't either. So, anyways, we live in Lubbock, Texas. We absolutely 100% love it. Don't you say a word. I can never say it the way he thinks I should say it. So, we do love it.
It just always sounds like you're trying to convince yourself.
No.
That
See,
we
this
love
is what
living
he says.
here.
The more I try, the more it sounds like I'm trying to convince myself. When I don't try, well, you really don't sound like you do. So, I don't care. I give up. I love living here. I really do. So, our yard looks really good.
It does.
Because somebody was bored in quarantine.
I mowed.
Yeah,
I
but you
grass.
never ever do that. You got up and were like, I'm going to do the yards today. And I'm like, huh? Michael usually does those. Like, he got out and he mowed parts that Michael doesn't normally mow. If we had had a working weed eater, you would have been out there with the weed eater too.
Oh, yeah.
What is it that Katie calls it?
A whippersnipper.
Yeah. I think that's what she calls it.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a clue what that was. That was weird. It's a weed eater.
Yeah. A weed eater, a weed whacker.
Yeah.
But no, apparently in northern Alberta, it's a whippersnipper. So...
nothing wrong with that. We found it funny. Yeah, I don't do yard work because I grew up with me and my sister, and I did the yard work. And I said once I got married, I was not doing yard work anymore. I have a son, I have a husband, I have a daughter if it really needs to. But I'm not doing it.
Yeah, because our daughter's going to get out there and do it. The two of you will chip in and pay somebody to do it before she does it.
100% yes. But she helps out a lot with the house stuff. Oh my goodness, your son. And housework.
Hey. So welcome back to all of our returning viewers, and welcome to all of our new viewers.
Yep. If you're new, just stick around because this is how it goes. It's random.
Yep.
If you're returning, you know it. You know we never, ever, ever get through our intro completely. It's usually because as soon as I say, what? He goes on and says something else that's not part of the intro at all and gets me sidetracked. So then when I try to go back to the intro, I get sidetracked again because he says something else.
I didn't say anything this time.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
We were talking about what number episode it was.
I said, what? And then you said it weird in another language.
Spanish.
Yes. I don't know if that was Spanish or not. That's the thing.
It is.
It might have been what you were going for.
Oh my goodness.
But
do I need to have Siri tell you?
No.
Okay.
I think that's what he was going for, but that's definitely not what it sounded like. It's like when you say tortilla in front of Jaylee just to irritate her.
I don't hear how I'm saying it wrong. Anyway. So, babe, what's been going on?
Yes. Most of it's your stuff.
Most of it's my stuff.
So we could talk about how Michael had to go and sweep the entire house.
I don't want to go over that.
Yeah. Basically, what are y'all's tips to get a teenage boy to do the job completely and fully every time?
Wait till he's an adult boy?
No. I don't want to do that because either he's going to move out on his own and his house is going to be dirty. Or he's going to have a roommate and his roommate's going to think he's nasty because he doesn't do his jobs. He doesn't clean correctly. Or he's going to get forced upon a wife that thinks he knows what he's doing and then she's surprised that no, he doesn't. So, I'm not doing that to anybody.
Okay, just so we're clear, he's not going to be forced upon a wife. Okay. We are not those kind of people.
No, we're not. And that's not how I was meaning it either. I love my son dearly. But you tell him to do something. And it might just be because he's a teenage boy. But by the time our daughter was 14, she was doing her chores correctly. And finishing them.
Now, but what is it you've been telling me since we got married? Okay, girls mature faster than boys. You've been telling me that for like 26 years.
Yes, but by the time Haley was 12, even she was doing it. This is 2 years down the road.
Okay, but that's still faster than a boy.
No. Maturity has nothing to do with work ethic.
It does, though. There's a lot of maturity that goes into having a good work ethic. If you're not mature, you're not going to have a good work ethic. Mm-hmm. They go hand in hand. Mm-hmm. They really do. So, okay. But anyway, so what else has been going on?
Michael turned 14.
Yes.
Yay.
Michael did turn 14.
Yes, and typical boy. I don't want to party. I don't want to do anything. He wants to go to a Japanese restaurant to go out to eat for his birthday.
I'm not arguing.
No, we're not arguing with that at all, but we did have to postpone it. And he wanted to go fishing.
Yep.
But before that, for his birthday, we let him go to, his dad took him to Academy, and he had $50 to spend on whatever he wanted.
For those that don't know, Academy is a sporting goods store.
Yes.
Like Cabela's or REI or Gander Mountain.
But you get more for your money.
But it's cheaper. It's cheaper.
It's good stuff, but you can just get more for your money. So, but that's all I have.
So the other thing, the reason we actually had to postpone his birthday dinner is because, sadly, my grandfather passed away.
We said that last time. We did talk about that because
we did because he passed away on not this last Sunday, but the Sunday before, and we recorded the Monday after that.
Mm-hmm. The Monday after he died.
So this past Sunday, which would have been when this past weekend, which would have been when we did his birthday thing, we had to actually go back down to South Texas for the wake, funeral, visitation, whatever you want to call it. So we got down there Friday evening. Saturday was the visitation, and then Sunday we came home. So just kind of a quick turn and burn. And
that was fun. 9 hours there, 9 hours back.
Texas is 9 hours away from Texas, in case y'all did not know.
Technically, if you go from the very tip top of Texas to the very bottom of Texas, it's more like 12, 14 hours. Mm-hmm. So, but Jasper is just above, is enough. Jasper's almost completely south and Lubbock's almost completely north.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's no El Paso to Beaumont.
No.
Which is just as bad.
Agreed. You when you come into Texas from Louisiana, which is the eastern side, there's a sign there that says El Paso, which is clear on the western side, but it says El Paso, 800.
Literally the western border.
What is it? 856 miles, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that's on I-10.
Mm-hmm.
So,
where I-10 goes 85 on some parts of it.
Like one part of it.
Yeah.
Between San Antonio and Junction.
Yeah.
You can go up to 80.
5.
Is it 85 or is it just 80?
It's 85. And on the other side of Junction, you might be able to still go 85, but we never go past Junction.
Ish.
We turn off onto 83.
85-ish. Give or take.
Yeah.
So, but that's what's been going on, really.
Our summer sock cal is coming to an end on Tuesday, the 31st.
Saturday.
Yes. Haley has her first day of college tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be interesting because she has college and work at the same time. And she is like super nervous about it. And I'm like, Haley, you're going to do fine.
She's going to be so exhausted. Yes. She goes... Okay, now it's my turn. I love my daughter. But... she goes to work for like 5 hours and then comes home and has to have a nap because she's so worn out. Okay.
She is only 18. She was homeschooled before that, so her sleep schedule was never disrupted. She went to sleep and she slept till her body woke up naturally. She's now having to wake up to an alarm, and she is not used to that. That's her main thing. Stop. You join the military.
Watch,
okay.
It's about to drip off. It's about to drip off.
Stop.
That was the one tear that I would shed for that.
Okay, it is our fault that her sleep schedule is like that, though.
We ruined our child.
But you know what? She gets up without anybody having to go and wake her up.
This is true.
She gets up. She's not late to work. She gets where she needs to go, where she's supposed to. She's used to getting as much sleep as she wants. So, and with school starting, because she works evenings now.
Mm-hmm.
So with school starting, she's just going to be mentally exhausted. So... Oh, and now she's saying she's sore from work, and I'm like, what? She's a cashier. She's like, well, you lift jugs of water all the time, and I'm like, what do you mean jugs? She goes, well, I have to pick them up and scan them, and I'm like, Haley. Basically, she's 18. And it doesn't matter what we say. We don't know anything. She's just at that stage. So we're just letting her.
Yes. We never had first jobs.
No, never, ever had a first job. Never, had to do school and work at the same time. I mean, you didn't, but I did.
I did too.
Okay, we already had 2 kids and living in Okinawa.
That makes it worse.
No, because you had a wife that made sure that all your other stuff was taken care of.
That makes it worse because that means I had a job, I had work, and I had home life that I had to manage. Okay? So that's still more.
No, not the same. Because you... Anyways, but and every kid goes through this stage once they graduate. They know everything. Mom and dad don't know anything because it's been so long since they've done this. They just don't get it. And
so what you're saying is Haley graduated like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. So I love her very dearly, and I know that this is a normal stage.
Mm.
So sometimes I just choose to most of the time lately, I've just let her figure it out. And then she has to pay the consequences when she's wrong. So it's a learning curve for her and us because she's our first kid. So
Yep.
Yeah. So now that we have been recording for 16 minutes.
Almost 17.
Let's talk about our summer cow. So our summer slot cow is ending Wednesday, like I started to say, and then it dawned on me about Haley's school. The hashtag is CPCSSK21. You can participate on Instagram, or you can participate on Ravelry, or you can participate on both. So, your choice. But that ends Tuesday. And then September 1st, which is Wednesday, we'll be starting a new cow. What's the new cow, you ask? It would probably help if I had brought the pattern out. It is my new pattern. The pattern is releasing on, let me find y'all a picture, hold on. On September 1st. So you can do the wrap, or you can do the cowl. So the cowl takes 12 minis and the wrap takes 24 minis. We are going to start that cowl on Wednesday because that's when the pattern drops. So if you got my Halloween Advent, you have a free download code to get that pattern for free to use your minis on. However, I would ask that you don't show any of the minis until, see, it's a 13 night.
Oh.
I mean, you can start it, just don't show it until, hold on. Till the 19th of October. So, no spoilers, please, y'all. No, on social media or whatever, because this cowl is going to run through October? September and October?
I guess, yeah, you tell me.
I'm asking you, you think that's...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. That's what I would find.
So,
because that thing's huge.
yeah, the wrap is...
That thing's huge. It's practically a blanket.
I designed it like that on purpose, y'all.
Now, granted, I'm sure Jamie and Sarah could knock 3 of them out in a week, but you have to think about the average knitter.
So, with the, if y'all are using my Halloween Advent, for this year, I would ask that you don't show it on social media or anything until October 19th. And even then, don't show fully. I mean, you can do black and white photos. I don't care. Just don't show a colored photo because no spoilers for others that want to open it up one day at a time.
You know what else starts on Wednesday? Dove season.
Yes. And open carry here in Texas. Not open carry. Constitutional carry.
Yes, constitutional carry starts here in Texas as well.
Yep.
So
now we are not advocates for just because you can go do it. Learn the laws. Make sure you know how to handle a firearm correctly before you start carrying.
Yes.
That's all we ask.
Take the class. Just even if you don't, even though you don't need a license, take the class. It's a lot of good information. I took the class.
I plan on taking.
License.
I'm probably not going to get my license, but I'm planning on taking the class before I start carrying. I do know how to handle a firearm. We go to the range. I know the safety and all of that, but I want to know the laws and the rights first before I start freely carrying, because I don't want to get in trouble or accidentally hurt or shoot somebody. So, and I get in trouble for it.
Because that would be bad juju.
Yes. So.
But anyway, it's a big day on Wednesday.
And that's not saying that I would just go out and start randomly shooting people. I know that's not right. So.
I would hope that you know that.
I know that's not right. You are like half out of the frame.
Mm-hmm.
You need to not be that way. Scoot over or fix the camera. The camera's too far this way, I think.
It is a little off center.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you scooch a little.
Why do I gotta scooch?
There, right there.
Y'all, my hair's like bouncy. I like it. I really like my new shampoo bars and conditioner bars. What?
I didn't say nothing.
I know I was bouncing my body too, but...
You look like Terry Bradshaw laughing.
Okay. So, Wednesday, Tuesday, sock cow ends. Wednesday, mini happy cow starts. We are only running the mini happy cow on Instagram and in our Facebook group. I will put up a post on Facebook that will be pinned at the top. Put your foes in the comment section of that post. On Instagram, the hashtag is going to be mini happy cow. Cal, K-A-L. Because I am Texan and my accent makes it sound like I'm saying cowl or cow. They blend.
Or
so
cow.
Cow, yeah.
Cow.
Cow, yeah.
Calf cow.
Moo cow.
Yep.
Quack sheep.
Oh, shut up.
Story for another day.
Yes.
He said it, not me. So be looking for that new pattern. The new pattern will be released on Ravelry and in my Etsy shop. So if you don't want to be on Ravelry, you still have a chance to be able to get the pattern through my Etsy shop. So with that, I think that is all we have for what's been going on. Let's finally move on to actual knitting at 23 minutes.
This was knitting.
Sort of, yes.
Yeah.
But this is how our episodes go, y'all. You never know if we're gonna jump right in or if we're gonna talk about lots of other things instead. So, with that being said, let's move on to faux party. Hey babe, you got any faux?
I do.
Can I go first?
Why would you ask me if you want to go first?
Because I have 3 and you only have 1. And you never ask me first.
You don't let me. You don't give me the chance to.
Go ahead, then. It's fine.
You jerk. All right, so.
But I love you.
Again, this is not a yarn faux, but this is my faux.
This is what is his craft, okay?
Yes, this is my craft. So this is similar to the pin I showed last time. Same style kit, which is the cigar kit. However, this is on Bacote wood.
I was going to say, show the back side. It's more interesting than the front
Yeah.
side.
Well, what I like is that knot right there. Or that... Well, there we go. I'm just like drifting this way.
They can't see it if you drift this way.
But right there. Where all the rings are centered. I like that. And then, yeah, you got that big light patch there. That's a completely different wood texture, but it's all the same wood. It's all the same piece.
It's not laminated or anything. It's just that's the way that wood does.
Right. So, but that's my faux. So,
Woot woot.
woot woot. And it's a twisty pin.
So
you can twist it that way, and you can also twist it that way.
I still need a clicky pin.
Uh-huh.
He's ignoring me.
And I put my little ring, cut my rings into it. I don't know why I do that.
I don't either.
I like it. I like it though. It's a good little accent.
Well, when you make me pins like that, don't do that. It digs into my fingers because of the way I hold it.
I'm gonna do it.
Huh?
I'm gonna do it.
Please don't, because then I won't be able to use
I'll put it up at the top. Hey babe, you got any faux?
Yes, I do. I have 3. So, I finished the baby hat. Bum-ba-dum. The top yarn is by Happy Little Yarn. She no longer dies. I forgot to bring the tag over here. It's over there in the bag.
Good job.
The blue. So I don't remember the colorway name. The rib is my yarn and it is sidebar. And this is fingering weight because we live in Texas and don't want the baby to get too hot.
Yep.
My second faux.
My fist can't even fit in there.
Well, a baby's head is not the size of your fist, so...
Some of them are.
No, most of them are not. That's for a newborn, too. I finished my Christmas socks. Well, a pair of Christmas socks. These are not going to be the only ones. This yarn is Lollipop Girl Yarns, and it was an advent from 2 years ago. It was a full skein from the advent from 2 years ago. And that is a pretty accurate color, y'all. The red is a little bit darker than what it actually is, but that's a pretty accurate color. He was playing with the white balance on it. So it makes other colors show up better. And that green is not blowing out the camera like it normally does too. Mm-hmm. So, but the red is a little bit, well, maybe not. No, red's even showing up correctly.
Yeah. So, that's pretty true to color. True to life.
I would tell y'all where I got my, it's Knitting Left is what these are, but they no longer are making these because sock blockers, yes. That's why I said these. They are no longer making them. Her husband, who was the one that was actually making them, like cutting them out, got stage 4 cancer. Ooh. And on hospice, so they decided to close it down, which I don't blame them. So, but yeah, and it's Texas, like there's several Texases down them. But, and then my last one is a giant one that our daughter is absolutely in love with. It is huge on her. She still has to figure out how to wear it correctly. The other day she comes in to show her dad and she's like, help, she had it on upside down. It is her, oh my goodness. What is it called? I had it in my head.
Simple Hug.
Thank you, Simple Hug cardigan. I wanted to say cozy cardigan and I knew that was wrong. It's by the Cozy. Shut up. No, it's by the Cozy Up Knits Girls. I used fingering held double throughout the whole thing. There's like 5 colors in the body and then 1 color for the rib. So, do I know all the names? No.
And the good news is if she's ever lost in the wilderness, she can use it as a gill net.
No. She loves it because she goes, Mom, it has double duty. It's a sweater, and then when I sit down, it's a blanket. She sits down, but she likes to sit with her feet curled up, so it wraps around her legs. It came out way bigger than mine did. Let me show y'all. Maybe. It's like, and the holes really, like, it's huge on even me. Ooh, that was loud, sorry. So, yeah. I mean, it's big on even me. But she loves it. I mean, like, it's pretty big. But the armholes are not as big as they were because before I put the ribbing on, the armholes came down to here. So it really sucked the armholes up a little bit.
You know, if you close the front up, it could just be like a poncho.
Yeah, but that's not what she wanted. She wanted a cardigan.
She did say that she kind of wants you to put a button on there.
I'm not putting a button on there.
Rude.
Not rude.
That's what she wants.
Mm-hmm. Don't care. It took me so long to finish that because I had to pick up stitches. Once I picked up the stitches, it does not take me long. It's not hard to pick up stitches. And it's like 6 rows of ribbing. It was the fact that I had to pick up stitches. I don't like picking up stitches because then you have to make sure you get the right amount and da-da-da. This went quickly, surprisingly. So, it's just a lot of counting, and it's not hard. I know how to count, obviously. It's just, it's not something that I like to do. I don't like counting stitches if I don't have to. So, that's all I have for faux party. Do you have any other faux?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Okay, you don't. So yay, I have another pair of Christmas socks.
Yay.
Which I am getting to the point where I don't wear my Christmas socks year round. Because I have enough regular everyday socks to wear. So.
Plus wearing knitted wool socks in the summer.
Yeah, I don't do
ridiculous.
that. I don't ever do that. I never do that. I wear flip-flops when it starts getting hot, and then I'm barefoot. When I'm sitting down, the flip-flops come off. I wear flip-flops around the house because we don't have carpet. The kids' bedrooms have carpet. The kids' bathroom in front of the sink has carpet, which we want to rip out that and the laminate flooring and tile it. Because and in the hallway, the lady who owned the house before, she did concrete. Why she didn't just go ahead and rip up the flooring in there and do concrete. She did it in our bathroom. So, I don't know. Or, put the tiles she used in the kitchen into the bathroom over there too instead of laminate and carpet. She left what the builders did basically. She didn't even touch that bathroom. So, that's all I have for bows. So let's move on to
Whip it good. Hey babe, what you whipping up?
Socks.
Socks.
Literally. Because everything else I've already cast off. I have been working on the sleeves of my Cipolla sweater, but it's not enough to show y'all. So I will show it to you when I've got the sleeves significantly done. These are socks for Haley. These are the Friends socks.
Monica's apartment.
No.
Oh.
No. Those were the first pair I finished for her. No, this is by Night Owl Fibers, and we were on a break. So I just put the heels in today. Then I'm gonna finish my 8 rows. I knit 8 rows on these socks a day, minimum. So, because I'm trying to knit a pair of socks for my kids, 1 pair each per month. That is my goal. So by Christmas, they should have a few pairs of socks. But we'll see, because I'm starting to catch up to the amount of yarn that I have for them. And this is in my unicorn bag that Amy from Happy Little Yarn made me for my birthday. Do you want to go? Do you have a whip?
Yes, I do. Okay. Now, this is not yarn. It's not a pin.
Let's just assume from now until you actually say, hey, it's knitting, that it's never going to be knitting when you say you have a whip or a foe.
So, I found this in a woodworking magazine. Now, what is that?
That's a squirrel.
That's a squirrel.
A squirrel?
It is a squirrel. So what this is not the finished product. This is made from a cutting board. Like, that's just plastic that I cut out.
It's basically just his pattern.
This is a pattern. Exactly. This is an oven squirrel. Or it's going to be once I make it. So this is just an aid for pulling the rack in and out of the oven. Mm-hmm. So you hook the rack here behind the ear to pull the rack out, and you push the rack in right here under the chin, and you hold it by the tail, and it's an oven squirrel.
Could you do that with sheep?
I don't know.
Because you could do several different animals and put them in your shop.
I could. But we're going to start
with a squirrel.
With a squiddle.
A squiddle?
A squiddle.
It's a squirrel.
That's what I said.
No, a squiddle is a squid of some kind, not a squirrel.
Don't tell that to Scottish people. Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
no.
I'm not even. That's not even a joke. That is not even a joke. That is how I heard a Scottish person say it when I was about 13 or 14 years old.
Trevor?
Yes. He called it a squiddle. And in my mind, I'm like, what the crap is a squiddle? I don't know what a squiddle is. And I asked my father, I said, Dad, what's a squiddle? And he says, you idiot, it's a squirrel. He has an accent. And I'm like, oh. So, oven squirrel. So this is going to be made out of wood. And yeah, you're going to grip it by the tail and in, out. But
not something you can leave in the oven.
No.
Even when it's wood, you
yeah,
can't.
this is not something that would be left in the oven. It's just, it's like a pot holder, basically. So instead of getting your oven mitt on to pull the rack out, you grab your oven squirrel.
A lot easier to keep clean, too.
Yeah. Yeah, you grab the oven squirrel, pull the rack out. So yeah. That is my whip.
Your whip.
Yep.
Okay, I have 2 more.
Okay.
So, you like it? Doesn't it look great? Can you tell what it's gonna be?
It's like tongues.
It's not. It is my next pair of Christmas socks, and this is by the Cozy Knitter, and the colorway is Joyful. That's just the mini. So it was a sock set that I bought when we were in Knit City in 2019. So there's the mini that came with it, and then I've already divided it up into 2 because I knit 2 at a time. I will never ever ever knit 1 at a time because then I would never ever ever have a pair.
I did that one time.
I know.
Horrible.
And you regretted it almost immediately.
I finally finished the one and I'm like, yes, I'm done. I have a whole other sock that I have to knit now. But I did. So.
You still have some socks on the needles that once it gets colder, you might start knitting again.
I might.
So if not, then I will be raiding his stash because he's not going to use it. So why can't I have it?
Because you don't like the colors I have.
No, but you and your son do.
That's true. Are you going to knit me socks?
No.
Well, then.
But I can knit you other stuff. Even though his feet are the same size as Michael's, and I would just knit him like I would knit Michael's. Knit Michael's. He's got enough socks for now. If you really want, and he doesn't wear them as often as Michael does. So.
No, because the boy's weird and doesn't take his socks off ever.
And during the winter, he wears them like all the time. So he loves his knit socks. And he's home all the time, so he wears them at home. Now, when we go out, he doesn't wear his hand knit socks because he knows he's going to put a hole in them and get in trouble. So, anyways, so there's my wee baby toes. I'm not done yet. I've still got to finish them. And I knit my socks on a size 0. And I'm really afraid that I might have to go to a 00 because it's getting looser lately. And I don't like it. I knit Haley's on a size 1, and I knit Michael's and Jarrett. Well, when I will knit Jarrett, I've knit you 1 pair of socks.
Yes.
And I knit theirs on 1.5. So, and this is in my Ginger Snap Rudolph bag. And then I have one more. It's not cast on yet, but I don't know, 3 years ago, Jamie sent me some cotton yarn from Creek Garden Crafts, which it's super soft. It's 100% Pima cotton. I love the colors. I am never going to knit anything to wear with it. I'm just not, because I just don't like Pima cotton on my body to wear. Because the only time I would think that you would wear it is in the spring, or that they do it to wear in the summer, and I'm like, here, we don't do that. You don't wear knits in the summer. It's too hot. Just, no, sir. And spring is about a week long. So, instead, I am going to take these beautiful colors. Well, that's not. I had another project in this bag that's left over from that one. I'm going to take these beautiful colors, and I'm going to make washcloths. Like, to use in the shower. And that is in my Knit for Brains bag. Yes, it is a canvas bag, and it is the one with the 6 pockets on the inside. Those colors are, the pink was hibiscus, and the speckled words was confetti. I had cast this on for a Drop 'em Like It's Hot. I had it about halfway done and then was just like, I'm forcing myself to knit this. I cannot do it anymore. So I frogged it. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to wait and see if I can find another project that I really like to use this on, and I'm going to make something out of this. And I just recently came to the conclusion I am never going to knit anything out of it to wear on my body. So, however, since it is 100% Pima cotton, I can knit washcloths for in the shower. So, yeah, that's like from when I frogged it. So, but I can knit washcloths. I'm going to have to knit them on like a size 1, but that's okay. Because this is going to be great for like when you wash your face or, you know, anything like that. I can make them for me. I can make them for my mom and my sister for Christmas. So that's going to be great. Because I really wanted to use this yarn, but I just didn't have a clue how to use it. And then when I was in the shower, it dawned on me, duh, washcloths. So. Duh. Like for human, not a dishcloth. So that is my plan. Maybe by next time I'll have some cast on. We will see. That's all I have for whippet.
Whippets?
Whippets. For whips.
That's the new section. Let's do whippets.
No. I was reading. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on to and now for something completely different. Hey babe.
Yeah, babe.
What's in the news today?
There is but one story in the news today.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, our audience is going to be disappointed.
Yes. There was a cowboy. He was traveling across the West Texas desert, right? Mm-hmm. And he saw a tree draped in bacon.
That's weird.
And it is weird, but he was most likely hallucinating. But he sees this tree draped in bacon, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, it's a bacon tree!" And he runs up to the bacon tree and just gets shot all to pieces. There's another cowboy shot all to pieces. So what he thought was a bacon tree was in fact a ham bush.
It's so dumb!
Then why are you laughing?
So dumb. Oh, so dumb. Is there anything else, or is that all?
That's it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program. That's so dumb. What was the joke Haley said about menus?
Something about me and you.
I know that, but what was like the lead up? I know the punchline.
It was all part of the you tree, and then you said, "Why can't it be me tree?" And then she said something about, "Well, that's how you know what to order at a restaurant, me and you." Just.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, now it's time to move on to
My Precious!
Hey babe, do you got any?
I do actually.
What?
I
You turned
do.
into one of mine!
Yeah. So, on the way back from...
Even though we said we weren't going to.
Even though we said we weren't going to do this.
But in our defense, it was only 20 minutes out of the way.
Yeah.
We've gone 2 hours out of the way.
We have. This is true. Okay. On the way back from my grandfather's service,
it was lunchtime.
It was lunchtime, and we were, like she said, it was only a 20-minute detour to go.
A pretty detour at that.
To go to the nearest Buc-ee's. So we had to go to the nearest Buc-ee's.
Yep.
And we've never been there this time of year.
No.
We've never been there this time of year.
No, it's always after.
Yeah. So they had Halloween shirts. And I haven't worn this yet, A, because it's not Halloween yet. Not even October yet.
You could win next month.
Yeah. No, not in September.
Yes, you could.
Okay, well, anyway. But this is what I got. I got the new Halloween Bucky shirt. And it glows in the dark, y'all.
I almost got one of these too. I was like planning to get one of these.
Here's the back of it. Got a whole bunch of different Buckies, all dressed in their Halloween costumes. And that goes in the dark too, y'all. So
I was planning to. I like had it in my cart and everything.
it's actually, I think it's like an executive order from the governor that if you are within an hour of a Bucky's, you have to make the detour.
No, I think that's just a wise family mandate. So I had that in my cart. And then I wanted to go look at the other shirts because I needed to pick up one for a friend because her birthday's coming up. And she has been dying for one. You know who you are. You still don't get to see it until you open it for your birthday.
Ha!
I had one of these in my cart. I quickly put it back when I found this one. You know why this one's so much more special? It's long sleeves. Never, ever, ever seen a Bucky's long sleeve shirt. So in my defense, it was okay to get just a regular average t-shirt because it's long sleeves. I don't
What's
have.
on the back of it?
On the back, it's where we roam. Happiness, or Bucky's is home.
You have the size sticker on there.
Yeah.
I was about to grab it.
Thought I'd pulled that off. So, but y'all, I love it. It's so pretty. I'm super excited. Now it needs to get cold. So, and there's the front. I love how they're doing like the fadey things now in the circle instead of just one solid color.
It's called ombre.
Anyways, did you see on the front Bucky was like in the original Bucky
What?
uniform, like the original Bucky colors? I don't think they even sell the red shirts anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, they might. I don't know.
We were talking with the cashier, and she said she has 35 Bucky shirts.
Now I don't feel bad for my 9.
So.
Not including my dye shirts.
But, oh yeah. It's freaking bats.
Freaking bats.
Love it. I love bats.
And then the other thing I got was the Friends Club yarn. This one, again, it's by Night Owl Fibers. This one is Smelly Cat.
I just wanted to know.
Not yet. So, Michael has already said, no thank you, Mom. Can you tell why? Can you see what colors are in there that he's like, no thank you? So he can do like one stripe. That doesn't bother him. But when, you know, half of it is purple, or at least looks purple. I mean, there's a dark purple and a light purple, but then there's the gray that kind of blends into it. He was like, no thank you. Haley was like, okay, more for me. So, but that's what I have for
my precious.
Time to move on to
shop news.
Hey babe, you got any shop news?
I didn't.
You didn't? By the time this goes up, the shop update will have happened or is going to happen. Shop updates are every other Monday at 4. So the days that the podcast goes up, that's the days that the updates are. So should I show bags first or should I show the yarn first?
You asking me or them?
You.
Bags.
Okay. So this entire update is the fall stuff. So the first bag, which I absolutely love, is Pumpkin Truck. Y'all.
Pumpkin Truck.
Pumpkin Truck. I love it. And it's on this white and gray. I'm going to have to.
Kiki hairs on it.
Yes. She's not even allowed in there.
Everything is Kiki hairs on it.
Yes. I got them all. So, pumpkins. And then the inside, oh yeah, and then you also get my wooden tag. It says CherryPieCottage on it. And, newest thing. Did you get a lobster claw on there too?
Ooh.
Plus, you know, your fabric handle and your D-ring. So, inside fabric, y'all want to see that, right? It's a fall farmer's market, basically, is what the inside fabric is. I thought it was appropriate. So, I like it. So there's that one. And whatever is listed, that's all there's gonna be for the fall bags. So, I am a one woman show. I do everything. So I am between this and dyeing and all the other things I do for my shop. I am not able to do mass-produced stuff. So there's limited quantity, basically. And with these bags in particular, the canvas ones, it's whatever I feel like doing, basically. I have a pattern, but I just look at the fabric, I'm like, okay. And then I, you know, cut out the HTV and all of that. But this is the other one. Fall is in the air, and y'all, what are you doing?
There's something stuck to the vinyl. I was getting it off.
So this one has got, like, I love the way that this looks with the strip of canvas through it. So this one also comes with your fabric handle, your D-ring, your lobster claw. The inside fabric of this one is pretty darn cute, if I do say so myself. It's dogs playing in pumpkins and leaves. It's so cute. So, y'all please buy up these bags so I don't steal them for myself, because I don't need any more bags right now. So there are those two. These are both small, zipper-sized zipper bags, but they are plenty big enough for your single skein projects or 2 at a time socks, or stuff these inside bigger bags. But they do have interfacing, but they will still, they'll hold their shape basically, but you can still kind of smush them so they fit into your purse. Perfect size for purse knitting, basically. Then we have yarn. I'm gonna do it like that. Do we want to do the Halloween ones or the fall ones first?
Do the fall ones first.
Okay. So the first one I have is pumpkin stack. So, and this is line dyed. So it does go from the white speckle to this dark burnt orange, because I'm thinking like when you stack all the different colors of pumpkins, those pictures, that's what I'm thinking of by pumpkin stack. So, hold on, let me fix this because I really don't want to have to go retwist this. But I wanted to show you all the separate colors. Maybe. You know what? I'm just going to have to retwist it, I guess.
That didn't take long.
No. So it's got the white speckles for white pumpkins, and you have your brighter pumpkins, your little bitty ones that you get. Then we go into more of an orangey brown down into really dark pumpkins, and then your burnt orange ones. So that is pumpkin stack. You can look at it now. He tried to look at it before and I wouldn't let him. And then...
Well, now I've seen
it. You really like that color, don't you?
Oh, that's nice.
Is that all you have to say?
No, looks good.
Then we have autumn vibes. Yo. Oh, I love it. It's purple and browns, but then you've also got some speckles of oranges and some greens, and what other colors are in here? Like there's, I mean, just looking into the skein, I absolutely need a cardigan out of this colorway. I love this one so much. This one is autumn vibes because, yes, mostly fall is pumpkins to me. It just, our house gets filled with pumpkins and leaves, basically. But I wanted some other colors that were not just your typical fall colors. So when the leaves start to turn, you get some purple ones too. Then for the Halloween, well, this is like fall / Halloween. So when we were growing up, we had Halloween carnivals. Now they're fall festivals. So at school, you'd go and they'd have, you know, did you do this in elementary school?
Tell me what y'all did and I'll let you know.
So at
I
school,
can't remember.
the teachers, like each classroom, in the cafeteria, you could get like Frito chili pie, nachos, or something like that to eat. But then you would go and buy tickets and use the tickets in the classroom, and the teachers would win games. So it'd be like carnival games, like throw a dart at a balloon, win a prize, or, you know, use your magnetic fish, or, you know, you get a chance to pie your teacher, or try to pie your teacher. Like a dunk tank, but...
That sounds like spring fling.
Yeah, no, ours was Halloween. It was Halloween.
I don't think we did anything
Halloween
like
carnival.
that down in Corpus.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was just me, but now they're called fall festivals. But you would have like caramel apples or candy apples or whatever. So this is candy apple, which that is spot on the right color. And this is another one that I think I need a cardigan out of, or a sweater. Mm-hmm. So, but you have your brown, your reds, and then you've got some little bit of brown going on. So, and to me, caramel apple is green apples with caramel, not red apples with caramel. To me, if you're going to do caramel apples, it's supposed to be Granny Smith. So that's just me.
They're always supposed to be Granny Smith, no matter what you're doing with them.
Well,
those are the only good apples.
Whatever. Anyways, so this one is candy apple. I absolutely love the way this one came out. And then last but not least, I'm going to let him show this one because this one was inspired by last year's Advent. I had the full skein was Skellington because last year's Advent was Halloween, was based on Nightmare Before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I had the full skein, which was Skellington. And then, you know, his girlfriend, Sally. I had a skein for that. Well, I took those two and combined them and made Jack and Sally. So half the skein is Skellington, which is the white with the black speckles. Mm-hmm. And then the other half is Sally, which is the blue with like gray speckles, kind of.
Right.
There's not a lot of gray speckles, but enough in there. So, but I'm quite pleased with how it came out. And he approved. He said it looks good. Yes. So, if he says he's approving, that means that it matches. That's all that matters to me. So, I hope y'all like the yarn. So, you're going to have to hold up the other one because it's not twisted.
Oh.
So, Pumpkin Stack, Autumn Vibes, Jack and Sally, and Candy Apple. So I can restock these if I need to. I do have some undyed DK100 and some Aran Tweed. If y'all would like some of these colors on those, please let me know. I'm probably 100% going to be dyeing up the Candy Apple on those. If y'all would like to see some of the other ones on those, let me know in the comments below. And while we are on that, what colorways, specific colorways, would y'all want to see on some of my other bases that are not sock? So like Fingering 100, my Fingering Tweed, DK, but the next, I really want to get some more DK 100 and Aran Tweed in there. I also would like to get some more Worsted 100. But I also found out I can get my DK 100 like that kind, but in an Aran weight. So the butter softness, but in an Aran weight. If that is something y'all are interested in, let me know. Do y'all prefer tonals on the thicker yarns, or do you like lightly speckled, or do you like the crazy heavy speckles on them? Let me know what y'all would like. That helps me decide what to dye on it. So if you leave it up to me, it's probably just going to be lightly speckled in tonals because I use that weight for sweaters mostly. But if y'all want to see some of the crazy heavy on there, then let me know. But that's all I have. There's still only 2 Christmas kits left. You have till September 15th, and then those are coming down. So if you want the kit, and you get 12 mini skeins, a bag, and some other fun little extras to go along with it. So if you want the kit, you need to go ahead and get it before it's gone. So that's all I have. Then I guess it's time to move on to the tail end.
Womp womp.
Still not about anybody's butt. Do you have anything to add to tail end?
I don't.
You want to talk about anything that's going on?
No.
Okay. At all?
No.
Okay. You sure?
Yes.
Okay. We have 2 groups. One's on Facebook, one's on Ravelry. CherryPieCottage on both. Facebook, you have to answer the 2 questions. We are not as active on Ravelry as we are on Facebook. I'm not on there that often. So, most of my military friends, well, when we were military, friends I met while he was military, are on there, and so I check it more often.
Here on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe, like and share, do all the YouTube stuff. You know what to do. You don't need me to tell you how to do it.
Still trying to get up to 1,000 friends,
Yep.
so we can do lives and we can do a giveaway.
Yes.
But I think that's all we've got, so we're gonna wrap it up. God is good.
Read your Bible.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.